Okay. What is it? Braids? Anyway, getting back to this bullshit. So basically, there's a U.S. base on this island or whatever, out in the middle of the Indian Ocean. Whoever's going here, you know, in the Indian Ocean to see if there's an island out there, right? But basically, there's an island out there, and there's a U.S. base on there, and they secured the base for over $100 million. So congratulations to them. The islands have been British islands since 1814, and the Labour Party would negotiate a deal where we're paying to give something away. This is a vital military base, as they are an ally of China. But why didn't they take this seriously when they were giving up Hong Kong, quote unquote? I wonder why they're willing to like spend this much money on this, but not as much money fighting to keep Hong Kong. It's a little weird to me, but whatever. We're not gonna judge. We're just gonna report. Anyway, I'm back. Hey guys, hey, how's it going? Authorities investigate shooting of Israeli embassy staffers as a hate crime and an act of terrorism live. So basically, this is the TLDR version of what happened. So the interim U.S. Attorney of Washington said at the press conference on Thursday afternoon that authorities were also investigating a hate crime and a crime of terrorism. The killings that left the U.S. Capitol in shock as world leaders condemned the horrible anti-Semitic shootings. There were anti-Semitic shootings at Columbia University, and basically they're looking into the hate crime. Woof. Tough stuff here. Man, oh man. Not good. Meanwhile in China, no, I don't want to see meanwhile in China. Kim Jong-un's fury after watching North Korea's new Navy destroyer crippled in botched launch. So Kim Jong-un is kind of pissed because basically his Navy destroyer got crippled in a launch. Poor guy, I guess. I don't know. Do you guys feel sorry for Kim Jong-un? I don't really know how to feel. So this is South Korea. CNN reporting this. North Korea's newest warship was seriously damaged during a launch ceremony Wednesday, with the leader Kim Jong-un, who witnessed the accident, saying it brought shame to the nation's prestige and vowing to punish those found responsible, the state media reported. An analyst said the damage incurred by a vessel in such a launch malfunction could be catastrophic. State media did not immediately release images of the accident. Looks like a pretty bad accident though. The launch failure marks a setback for what analysts have viewed as North Korea's most ambitious naval modernized effort in decades. The ship was to be the second major Navy surface vessel built in a quick succession by North Korea. In April, Kim unveiled the Klo Haiten, the country's first newly constructed destroyer in decades, and declared his ambition of building more destroyers and various cruisers and there are other type of ships, but I don't know how to. Anyway, moving on. A dry dock is a basin facility that can be filled with water to float a ship or drain out to build or repair one. So they had a dry dock, and dry dock is an expensive facility, and North Korea probably doesn't have one. It's easy to repair a shop in a dry dock after draining water, but they don't have the facility. Facility. The retired admiral said, adding the restoration could take over 4 to 5 months. Too bad for them, huh? Damn. Anyway, whatever the fuck this says, the U.S. professor said it's unclear whether, whatever this says, new warships even have engines, as state media has provided no images of them underway. So, repairs are going to take a long time, and it doesn't look like they have the repairs up and ready to go for such a big accident. So that's too bad. Moving on though. After delays, Pakistan says first food aid beginning to be distributed in Gaza. So flour and other food aid will start reaching some of Gaza's most vulnerable people on Thursday, aid workers said, as the United Nations confirmed that aid groups collected and dispatched around 90 or some 200 trucks that Israel has allowed to enter this week. But Palestinians. Sorry, I said Pakistan. This is Palestine. Oh my God, I'm stupid. Anyway, look, Palestine. But Palestinian officials said it is nowhere near enough to make up for shortages caused by an 11-week blockade. Israel allowed 100 trucks carrying baby food and medical equipment into the enclave on Wednesday, another 90 on Tuesday, and 5 on Monday, after announcing its first relaxation of the restrictions under significant challenges distributing the aid because of insecurity, the risk of looting, and coordination issues with Israeli authorities. Yeah, I bet. God, this is bad. Do you see this? You know what this is? Y'all know what this is? The image on the screen? This is sawdust. If you've ever played Frostpunk, basically when food shortages get very low and desperate, what people used to do is they used to add sawdust and other stuff to basically other unedible material to food, just to make it a little bit more filling, you know what I'm saying? They added whatever they could add, right? Sawdust being one of the things. But yeah, eating sawdust is not the best, right? You know, it's not very nutritious. I don't really know the nutritional value of it, but this is not good. Yeah. I mean, you would think with the amount of food that we produce. Anyway, the UN said a quarter of Gaza's 2.3 million people were at risk of famine, and some officials in the IDF warned the political leadership that the enclave was on the brink of starvation. Some bakeries will begin receiving flour to produce bread. We expect the distribution of bread to begin later today. Director of the Palestinian Non-Governmental Organizations Network in Gaza told I don't know what this is. Anyway, he said just 90 trucks have gotten through so far. During the ceasefire, 600 trucks used to enter every day, which means that the current quantity is a drop in the ocean. Nothing, he said. So, no one is distributing anything to us. Everyone is waiting for aid, but we haven't received anything, he said. We barely managed to prepare one meal a day. Damn. I'm so sorry for the kids, man. Anyway. As the first aid arrived since the blockade, Israeli military strikes on Gaza killed at least 35 Palestinians across the enclave on Thursday. Local Hamas-run health authorities said. There were no immediate comments. There was no immediate comment from Israeli military on the reports. It has repeatedly said it targets terror infrastructure and operatives and seeks to avoid civilian casualties. He warned that the IDF was operating with great force in those areas, and they were considered dangerous combat zones. So, more than 53,000 people in the Strip have been killed or presumed dead in the war, according to Gaza's Hamas-run health ministry. That toll includes hundreds of Gazans killed in strikes since Israel initiated a fresh intensive operation last week. Damn, that was last week. There is no independent verification of the data. In the past, studies have pointed to inaccuracies and errors in the list and figures published by the Hamas-controlled authorities in Gaza, which routinely don't differentiate between combatants and civilians, and allegedly includes some killed by misfired Palestinian rockets or from natural causes. In addition, Hamas and other terror groups are known to regularly employ Well, the teens as operative. They're teen boys, just to be clear, because whenever you're going to war, the boys are doing the war stuff. So that's why you need young boys, okay? I know there's some feminists like, oh, why can't all men? Well, radical feminists, very radical, stupid feminists, being like, oh, we don't need men, and when wartime comes, yeah, you're gonna need some guys, okay? That's who's stupid enough to sign up to fight for their country, okay, and to protect you. All right. Anyway, moving on. Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma lets you romance multiple characters. What the fuck? Oh yeah, I saw this. I was happy about this. Come on, man. I was happy about this. So a new system in Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma will allow players to use techniques to travel between worlds and timelines to pursue additional romance options with bachelors and bachelorettes that you can marry. I'm glad that they have this, because in Fire Emblem and other games, it's a pain in the ass replaying the entire game. Okay? It's a pain in the ass trying to replay the entire game. To get different romance options and stuff, reloading your saves, it's annoying. Nobody wants to do that. So I'm glad they just let you go back in time or go to different worlds where you can, romance different people to see different endings, and complete the game that way. So you don't have to dump like thousands of hours into the game like I did with Fire Emblem Awakening. It was a different time. I think I was in middle school. No. I was a freshman in high school when that came out. Anyway, moving on here. So, Guardians of Azuma is going to come out for the Nintendo Switch and Windows PC via Steam on May 30th, 2012. Woo! It's coming out on May 30th? Oh no. Not ready. I'm unprepared. I'm not ready. I don't have the funds. I don't have the funds to afford this game. This is depressing, bro. Yeah. I will though. I will though. And to be honest, I'm not even gonna get it for me. I'm gonna get it for anyway. I forgot Crystal was here, so she got spoiled. Did you hear what I said? Okay. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Anyway. No, don't worry about it. Anyway, free Naruto movie marathons airing on Pluto TV this weekend. So, if you guys want to watch Naruto movies for free, if you're a broke boy, okay? You got Wi-Fi? Hop on Pluto and you can marathon the Naruto movies for free on Pluto. They're gonna start between May 24th and May 25th, 2025. So this is gonna come pretty soon on their movie channel. I did recently check out the Boruto manga. And the Boruto Shippuden manga is pretty dope. So, yeah, Naruto movie marathon is coming. They're having marathons just on every channel, on High Dive and Pluto. God damn. Throwback Anime Movie Marathon on the 30th. You got City Hunter Marathon on 31st. You got a Clannad Marathon on the 30th through the 31st on High Dive. You got Death Note Marathon on the May 26th to the 31st. You got Mon Teen Romantic Comedy Staffu Marathon. I've never heard of this. But yeah, Naruto movie Speed Racer. I've heard Speed Racer. That marathon is going on right now, May 21st to May 25th. Crazy stuff here. But yeah, if you're broke, bro, this is for y'all. This is for. Don't say I didn't give back to the community, bro. Look at this. Look at this. Look at me. Look at me telling y'all the news, putting y'all on. Anyway, Super Groupies Metaphor Refantasio coat could be used for cosplay. So Super Groupies announced that they got the Metaphor Refantasio drip and accessories in their collection, based on the protagonist. So you can get the protagonist's coat. You want to rock this at MomoCon coming up? You know they got the satchel too. Look at this. Look at the satchel. They're calling it. Wait, hold on. They're not calling it a satchel. They're calling it. They're calling it a shoulder bag. They're calling it a shoulder bag, guys. No satchels. No satchels over here, just shoulder bags. Okay. Anyway, moving on. This is gonna be $239. Okay, for that shoulder bag. That's just a shoulder bag. We ain't even talk about a coat. Okay. How much is the actual jacket gonna cost? $300. $300. So you better have some money if you're gonna be wearing this. Hey, if I catch anybody wearing this at MomoCon, I'm gonna be like, damn, you got money, bro. You got money to blow. Look at this shit. And if they come with a shoulder bag too, I'm gonna be like, yeah, you got money. Be like, hey, bro, give me some donations, bro. Seriously, man. Put me on, bro. I'm broke too, nigga. Anyway, point is, pre-orders for the Metaphor ReFantazio protagonist trench coat and shoulder bag opens on June 15th. All right, and basically that can be worn, and the items that can be worn every day and used for cosplay are gonna launch. Oh, this is gonna launch in November. Sorry about that. This is gonna launch in November. The pre-orders go out in June. But yeah, this is drippy. Moving on. Monster Hunter Wilds free and paid Street Fighter 6 DLC arrives. So Monster Hunter is gonna have this DLC for Street Fighter 6. Everybody partnering with Street Fighter recently. It's honestly getting crazy. But Street Fighter, Capcom trying to make their money, bro. Holy. So Street Fighter, this is on May 28th, 2025, where they're gonna have the Street Fighter partnership here. Let's see. Watch this trailer here.
Has the weight of my fist sparked a killing intent within you, Hunter? Now to seek death and face it down!
Oh, what? Oh, what? They even got the voice actor and everything. Yeah, this is raw. This is some good DLC. This is raw. This is raw. They have a K. What the fuck?
Yes, this is the battle I hunger
for. Hey yo.
No.
Hey yo. Let me hold on a second.
Yeah, hey there, I do this. Never feel blue. And when I get up in the game, your RP improved. A real problem, but I solve.
So you can unlock their moves too? In Monster Hunter? Also you can play as oh, they're costumes for your for the people that accompany you. I forgot their names, but yeah, okay. Yeah. That's nice. That's not they went above my well above my expectations with this collaboration. Like, that's crazy. What I just saw was crazy. Anyway, Monster Hunter Wilds is available for PS5, Xbox Series X, and I think this DLC is coming on the 28th, so pretty soon. But that's crazy. That DLC don't even make no fucking sense. Like, you can play as Akuma essentially and do all his moves from Street Fighter, but in Monster Hunter, that's crazy. Anyway, Stellar Blade and Nike, you know, the Gooner games, they dropped their trailer, the Goon 2. So we're gonna watch that for all you Gooners in the chat. See what's going on. See, I don't like the fact that it says stiff up. I don't like this. I don't like the fact that's. Oh, it says shift up. Sorry. That's hey, you caught me. That's my bad. It says shift up, not stiff up. This DLC looks pretty raw though. I'm not even gonna lie. This is some pretty dope DLC. What's up with the people making partnerships with DLC and it just being really dope actually? Like, this looks like some shit that people should buy. Like, I would buy. Not like Dragon Ball Z Sparking shit. You know what I'm saying? Dragon Ball Z Sparking, their DLC is pretty lackluster, but this shit. And the Street Fighter shit is dope as hell.
Witness true power. My ultimate blade.
This comes out on June 11, 2025. Oh, wait. I don't get it. Yeah, it's called Shift Up, the Shift Up Corporation, not the Stiff Up Corporation. But this DLC is going to come to so the DLC is gonna go both ways, and it's gonna debut in the Goddess of Victory Nike and Stellar Blade at the same time. One's on PC and PS5 via Steam, and Goddess of Nike, you already know, that's on mobile devices and PC as well. Moving on. So basically these are Dead or Alive characters. I know y'all don't know nothing about Dead or Alive. You know, I'm not expecting anybody in my audience to know what the fuck Dead or Alive is. What's up, Reggie? What's up? What's good, man? But yeah, I'm not expecting anybody in my audience to know what Dead or Alive is. Basically, they got Hanukkah and Mary Rose figurines that are coming out soon. So Hanukkah and Marie Rose, both of these were pretty big in Japan, these characters. But in the West, people were like, what the fuck am I looking at? So yeah. No. There's the hottest girl in this franchise, I think, has to be the Tengu girl that they released, because she blew the fuck up in Japan and in America. So that's how you know she was, you know. But anyway, these two, they're just really popular in Japan. So basically, they're gonna have these scale figures that are gonna come out soon, and they're one of the last Dead or Alive figures evolved in DOA. This expected release for these figures are in December 2025. Okay, moving on though. So yeah, they got the volleyball. It's called the it's called Dead or Alive Extreme. That's what the volleyball is called. Let me move the chat over.